Okay, where are you, Miss Green?
In Alaska?
I live in Green Mountain Falls, Colorado.
And you're at home right now?
I am.
Miss Green?
Yes.
You just lied to me. All right, well, you go with him. We are on the record in 2022 CR 136, State of Kansas versus Karis Juno Green. Miss Jill Gillette, County Attorney for the state. Miss Green in person and pro se. Okay, does Miss Green still have an outstanding warrant? Where are you, Miss Green?
Yes, she does, Your Honor.
Okay, where are you, Miss Green?
In Alaska?
Do you know you failed to come to court?
Yes, I do.
Why did you fail to come to court?
Well, honestly, I got mixed up on my days, and when I looked at when I was looking, I looked down on my phone and I saw that it was the 13th, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the 13th, and it was hours has passed because I forgot about the time difference too. And so I called the person I'm supposed to check in with every week, but she didn't answer. I'm assuming because it was probably too late. And yeah.
Okay, so on August 22nd, you posted a $7,500 bond with us. Who's Cynthia Miller?
That's my mom.
Okay, you just cost her $7,500 by not coming to court. She's gonna have to lose that.
There's no way that
And that was a cash bond, it looks like. Yeah, you were supposed to be here September 13th and you didn't. Do you get the impression that maybe it was a big deal to forget court, Miss Green? Okay. Well, you haven't had your reading of your rights and charges since you failed to come to court when you were supposed to. So let's go over the charge. You've got a pretty big charge here. It's in count 1. You're accused of unlawful possession of the controlled substance methamphetamine. That is a level 5 drug felony. If you are to be convicted of that, depending on what your criminal history is, you could serve at least 10 months, up to 42 months in the Kansas Department of Corrections, which we commonly call prison. Okay, up to 42 months in prison. Is your hair more important than your prison sentence? Okay, you're also looking at a potential fine up to $100,000 if convicted. In count 2, you're accused of unlawfully possessing drug paraphernalia in the form of a glass vial, hollow pens, syringes, rolling papers, and a glass smoking pipe, possessed with the intent to either contain, conceal, inject, ingest, inhale, or otherwise introduce a controlled substance into the human body. This is a Class B non-person misdemeanor, which means after you get through with your prison sentence, you could be ordered to come back to the Greenwood County Jail and serve another 6 months and pay another fine up to $1,000. Now we have to decide what to do about that warrant. I can make you turn yourself in there in Alaska, but I don't want to have to make the sheriff pay to go get you. Maybe they want to go there. It's a lovely place, I'm sure, this time of year. But Ms. Gillette, what's your thought on that, on the warrant?
If the warrant's lifted, I would like her to call court services each week so that we know where she is.
Do you have a position on whether it's lifted or not?
If it's, I'm fine being lifted if she calls court services every week.
Under Sheriff Cox, does your office take a position on what to do about that warrant?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay,
I am fine with you and Miss Gillette lifting that warrant, but I would like to see a $50,000 OR bond where she turns herself into local law enforcement, and that way we know exactly where she is. Because I have information that she's actually in Pueblo, Colorado, not Alaska.
Pueblo?
Yes.
No.
who was the gentleman walking around behind you in the picture a while ago?
Oh, that's my friend.
Well, who is he?
His name's Dale.
Dale what?
Dale Whitman.
Dale Whitman, how do you spell that?
One second.
Well, just have him come on up here.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can you put your face in this camera, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was on the video. I apologize for my appearance.
Okay. All right. Your name is Dale Whitman, is that right?
That is incorrect. It's
And how are you connected or related to this young lady?
I'm a friend, and I specifically met her friend, Erin, who was involved in the same case.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Green Mountain Falls, Colorado.
And you're at home right now?
I am.
What's your address?
My address. Green Mountain Falls, Colorado, 80819.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Miss Green,
Yes.
you just lied to me. You said you weren't in Colorado. Well, what'd you say, Officer? New Mexico? But you told me you were in Alaska. Remember when this hearing started and you said you were in Alaska?
Oh,
Why'd you lie to me? You realize you put me in a position where I can't trust anything you tell me now. So tell me why you lied. What was the point of that?
I just don't. Because I forgot to tell the person I call into weekly that I decided to go back to Colorado before my court date. But I was thinking about, or my mom was going to get me a plane ticket back to Alaska.
Does your mom happen to be in the house with you there?
Oh no. But I can give you her information and stuff.
No, I've got some information on that bond that you're costing her. Well, I was ready to set aside your warrant, but then you lied and said you were in Alaska, and I find out you're in Colorado. And does that change anybody's recommendations since she flat lied?
I think the warrant should stand, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We're going to leave that warrant out for you. I'll leave your court date.
Please, is there any way that you can just lift the warrant? I'm so
Well, I would have if you hadn't lied to me.
I'm so sorry.
But like I said, I can't believe anything you tell me now. I mean, you just sat there and looked at the camera and just flat lied. And is that a tattoo or a scar or what is that above your eyebrow there?
It's a tattoo.
What's it say?
Calypsia.
What does that mean?
It's the delusion of seeing things more beautiful than they really are.
Well, how far are you from the nearest law enforcement office, if you know?
Like 45 minutes to an hour, maybe.
Okay, and do you normally stay at this gentleman's house? Is this where you're staying right now? You're,
Just frequently, like,
well, I'm gonna have you sit there for a little bit while I think about what I'm gonna do with you, okay?
okay.
All right. So we're gonna take a recess from Miss Green's case. We're gonna take up Van Doty. We're back on the record in 2022. CR 136, State versus Karis Green. Parties appearing as before. Where are you now? You look like you've gone outside.
Oh, I'm just on the balcony.
I'm going to leave her bond active or her warrant active.
You're gonna leave my one. Is there any way you could like, quash it? Ma'am, I know I messed up.
Don't use that language in court. That's contempt.
I'm so sorry. I know I messed up big time. And I really apologize for lying to you in your court.
I don't think you've ever told me yet why you actually lied and said you were in Alaska right now. You want to try again?
Tell her the entire truth and let her know that we're here right now.
I just thought maybe I would like get in trouble because I hadn't told you guys that I went back to Colorado.
Okay.
And
Whose voice was that I just heard?
that is Marshall
Who's Marshall?
Goings.
Law enforcement is on.
All right. Are you there for her on her warrant, Marshall? All
I
right.
am.
But
And again, why didn't you tell me you had a marshal there to take you into custody?
I was getting to that. I was.
Right. Okay, well, you're going with him now then. We're gonna quit playing games and
I wasn't trying to play games with you, miss. And I really apologize for lying to you in your court. It wasn't right. I'm just
Go with the
trying to do the
officer. You've
right
taken
thing.
enough, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off there. You've taken enough time of the officer. How long's he been there?
Just took like 5 minutes.
All right, well, you go with him.
What's my bail at?
Well, he can tell you when he gets you down there and looks at your warrant. You better call your mom and tell her you cost her $7,500 on her bond. And we'll be in recess at this time. Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry, but. All right. Can't believe that. But I'm so sorry. I'll watch my.
Can you please feel
Yeah,
me out?
absolutely, absolutely. Think about it. Don't take. Go with these guys. Don't. That's all you can do.
I'll go for it.
It's not going to be that tough. I'll watch the dog. The dog will be fine. I guarantee you that.
We get a confirmation.
Anybody? Yes.
3 more minutes and we'll set a second.
Dog is going to go nuts. You guys don't take her.